Understanding Taurus men. Taurus is a sign that is mostly loved by everyone. Its qualities have to do with being an earth sign. Its character is calm, grounded, and it is very well represented by the symbol of temperance. Strongly associated with loyalty and dependability, the Taurus man is often seen as the rock of any group. The Taurian is that typical friend who, when you tell him that you are sad, hangs up the phone and an hour later shows up at your door with ice cream and chocolates, ready to listen to you. That man who, although he may sometimes seem a bit cold, does not need you to call him twice, because he will always be there. The Taurus man stands out for the patience with which he performs every action. It is an energy that teaches us that in order for things to turn out well, a necessary process must be respected. He also shows incredible persistence, refusing to give up on something he values, even when obstacles appear. So, the first time you meet a Taurian, you will probably think he is the calmest being in history. But do not be fooled by that first impression. While this is true, there is much more to know about the natives of this sign, especially men. They can also be surprisingly ambitious and quietly determined, working hard to achieve success without making a big show of it. And let's not forget that the more we know a sign, the more chances we have to connect with it and understand it. Traits of Taurus men. Let's talk then about the characteristics of this sign. First, if we understand that it is an earth sign, we will also understand the type of energy to which they tend. Just like the earth itself, Taurians value stability, routine, and things that remain steady. They are also incredibly reliable, showing others that they can be trusted in both small and big matters. Let's get to know some of the adjectives that highlight both the positive and the negative, describing this sign perfectly. Patient. This is a great quality of the natives of the sign of the bull. Even though they are very punctual people, they are also those who, without complaining, will wait for the signs that usually arrive late. Yes, you know who I'm talking about. Within their nature, there is an extra layer of peace, and they rarely become exasperated or aggressive. Stubborn. Now, when something gets into their head, removing it is almost harder than a transplant. Remember that they are not only an earth sign, but also a fixed modality sign. Do not even try to make them change their mind, because their determination can be unshakable. Sensual. Taurus has the characteristic, especially in men, of being very connected to everything related to beauty and pleasure, since it is ruled by Venus. This is extremely positive, because Taurus men are mostly affectionate, and their love language tends to be physical touch. Their appreciation for art, music, and nature also makes them deeply romantic. Routine-loving. If there is something this sign adores, it is its routine. They love knowing what they are going to do at every hour of the day, as that gives them a great sense of stability. The downside is that they can become unbearable if that routine is altered, showing a strong resistance to change. Likes and dislikes of Taurus men. This section is especially significant with this sign, since they are the kings of likes and dislikes. As mentioned before, they are beings who are greatly guided by what gives them pleasure or repulsion. Practicality also plays a role, as they often choose what makes life easier and more comfortable. Let's get to know what they love and what they simply cannot stand. Taurus men love food more than anything else. If you want to win him over, start with his belly. Rich, flavorful meals bring him pure happiness. Sleeping. They love feeling well-rested and cozy. The love language of physical touch, both to give and to receive. For them, touch equals love. Feeling comfortable. Comfort is one of their absolute favorite things, from soft fabrics to peaceful environments. Taurus men hate when someone tries to question their ideas, being woken up when they do not want to be disturbed, feeling like they have been made a fool of, having to leave their comfort zone, which can feel threatening, admitting that they are wrong, since pride is one of their hidden weaknesses. Strengths and weaknesses of Taurus men. Now that we know what turns them on and what turns them off, it is time to dive into which are their strongest points and which are their Achilles' heels. Strengths. They have a great capacity for being disciplined with themselves. If they set their mind to something, it is very likely that they will achieve it. Their consistency is admirable. They have a very realistic perspective of things, which allows them not to get carried away too much by deep emotions. This sign is strongly connected to values, and one of its strengths is managing their assets wisely, often excelling in financial stability. Weaknesses. They often do not know how to listen. They go into stubborn mode and become irritable. Their difficulty admitting they are wrong often leads them to do incorrect things just to defend their position. Too skeptical, they frequently miss out on experiences that go beyond rational understanding by being overly serious. At times, they can appear inflexible. Their dark side and secrets. Like every sign, Taurus has a bright side and another that belongs more to the shadows. And this earth sign has a lot to offer when it comes to its hidden face. Even though they may not show it, they are incredibly emotional beings. For example, when you are sharing time with a Taurus man, you might not know if he really has feelings for you or if he is simply acting detached out of embarrassment. Let me tell you, if he likes you, he really does. It is just that under that earthy armor, they tend to lean toward the pole of nothing affects me. But do not worry, that armor softens with trust and affection. Another hidden side of this sign is closely linked to its complementary opposite, Scorpio. They can become very jealous and possessive. As I mentioned earlier, Taurus is a sign deeply aware of what it values. When they are in love, their unconscious makes them feel that the person belongs to them, simply because they have strong feelings and want to protect them. The difference is that Scorpio admits this behavior openly, while in Taurus it shows up unconsciously. One more thing about the part of Taurus that nobody sees is the envy they feel toward people with freer, more volatile, and exploratory energy. On one hand, they retreat to their comfort zone, but at the same time, they secretly long for some of that spiritual and creative freedom. This creates an inner tension between security and curiosity. How they handle different areas of life. Family. Within the family, they are highly valued, since they are often the child who studied exactly what the family asked for and now works in what the family approves of. They are also the ones everyone goes to for financial advice, thanks to their great economic skills. Their loyalty makes them a protective presence. At work, they are valued by their co-workers and also consulted during moments that require financial insight. They are usually assigned tasks that require consistency and patience, as these are their general traits. Their methodical approach often brings long-term success. Personal goals. They are especially good in this area, since one of their best attributes is to organize and plan long-term while also focusing on the step-by-step process. Their perseverance helps them achieve what others might abandon. Romantic relationships of Taurus men. In their love relationships, I must say they are some of the most satisfying men of the Zodiac. Let us not forget that their ruler is Venus, a planet associated with pleasure, beauty, and also with femininity. For this reason, besides being very connected to their own desires, they have a special sixth sense that makes them more empathetic with women. Their affectionate gestures are often subtle but deeply meaningful. When you find yourself involved with a Taurian in a relationship, always remember his three main pillars of likes, since at the end of the day, they are the basics for understanding this sign: eating, sleeping, receiving physical affection. A Taurus who has been given this will always be a happy Taurus, and a happy Taurus is one of the most loyal partners you can find. Bonus, spicy fact to know him fully. To conclude, if I had to give a concrete and at the same time spicy fact, I would describe this sign by saying they are like a teddy bear. It may sound funny, but it is the plain truth. They are tender, loving, and although also a bit grumpy, we still want them very much in our lives. Their warmth and strength create a balance that makes them both comforting and admirable. Thank you for watching the video, and let us know your thoughts in comments box below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get all the updates.